depression crosses the line into psychotic, and they are not the same thing.
Give me the jizz.
I'm just...
Sorry, Louis C.K. moment. Give me the jizz. Give me the jizz.
Stop. Please stop. I hate that word.
Yeah, but it's funny, though. It's funny.
It is funny, but I don't know what it is about that word, but I don't like it.
Cinnabon. He says, no way that's not hot. Tom. There's no way. You're single and you can do whatever you want on a Tuesday.
No.
Okay.
I'm saying you don't get to give me a hard time about when I talk about what jizz tastes like, because you're not the one that has to taste it.
No matter what you...
They were just as awesome as I thought they would be.
What a fun couple.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
I want them to be my new couple friends.
Your new couple friends.
I want to be like, let's go
Wouldn't
to the
that be
movies.
crazy if you got selected for that thing, though?
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty nuts. I don't think it's going to happen, but
well, you know,
you never know.
Dream.
A girl can dream.
We have coming up later in the month. We've got Cindy Starfall.
I can't wait to talk to her.
Skyfall, like the fucking 007 movies. Cindy Starfall. We're gonna have to tailor the questions in a certain way that keeps things very interactive.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of questions, but I think those answers are going to be very frank.
Versus
just sort of sometimes people are sort of searching for things to say, and I think she's just going to blurt out exactly what the deal is because she's from another country. And then there's no guile found in their mouths. Maybe. I don't know.
All right. And I think we also might be talking to Holly Hart. Who
yes.
I saw a very interesting scene with Holly Hart that I'm very interested in discussing with her with a transvestite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very
that sounds very salacious.
It was interesting.
A really good, fun
Well,
podcast.
wait, stop. Do you know what I want? I want to talk to Bonnie and I want her boyfriend to come on. Because he is very interesting. His name is Dennis DeSanta. He was in the adult industry at one point, not as an actor, but I think he either had a website or something, a philanthropist and an activist for lupus. His mom died of lupus in 2010. And he is like this, like very well connected, all these parties with all these celebrities and gets all these really big A-list people involved in raising money for lupus and supports other people's causes. And it's really interesting. I mean, she's, a hardcore porn star and he's a philanthropist. And it's just interesting. And they have a very cute little lovey relationship that they put on Instagram, kind of like Kissa and, they're not fucking, but like Kissa and Johnny do, just very into each other. And do you follow her on Instagram?
Oh, the official Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know about the boyfriend.
Well, then you're not paying attention to the pictures because he's in every other picture.
I pay attention to the pictures. I mean, it's your...
You pay attention to the half-naked pictures, not the ones of her with the boyfriend talking about Valentine's Day.
No, because I know about Remy's boyfriend. I met him.
Oh, you did?
Thing, yeah.
What's
He's
he
like 9 feet tall. He's one of the tallest people I've seen in a while.
She's teeny.
Yeah, she's like 5'1", 2".
And he's a giant. He's gargantuan.
He's literally the tallest person at that whole thing.
And we went to see Pink at Phillips. And we were on the club level and I was standing in line to get a drink. And all of a sudden I looked around and I was wearing these shoes and I was like, oh my God, like I can see. Like I can
because
see over people's heads.
Yeah.
Like all the way over there. I had no idea what I'd been missing.
Did you see Pink?
I did see Pink.
Okay. Was she good?
That was actually one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah, because she does.
She do like acrobatics and.
Yeah, she does aerial acrobatics for almost the whole show, but she sings.
Little people?
No.
What happens with that? Is there any little people in her show?
No, but I did find some little people porn the other day.
Preferred nomenclature.
I did find little people porn the other day. The preferred nomenclature.
Did you see Chewy Bravo?
The preferred nomenclature?
Yes.
Now I understand that reference.
Yeah.
I get your reference. And I'll raise you a reference. And I are conspiring to drag you to New Orleans.
Yeah, but you were talking about, you wanted to go before Jazz Fest?
Yeah, we can't. It's too expensive.
I thought you had a free place to stay.
We did, and now we don't.
And then it changed.
We did. No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
You can still go if it's not free, though, Slim.
No, I understand that, but you know, the tribe always tries to get it for free.
Listen, I tried. I really, really tried. But once I told my parents I was podcasting about porn, they weren't quite so helpful.
So they took away your.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
No,
I thought you were saying it was they took away your.
No, they didn't take anything away. They just have given a lot lately, and I think they're done.
They're done giving for a while.
I think they're finished for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they're finished.
Well, they are after they hear this.
I don't know. I don't know. I hope not. I don't think so. They're actually pretty cool. I mean,
no, I'm kidding.
You know, they're okay. But I will say this, that it's very interesting to me how afraid people are to talk about sex, and I just find it baffling. It's baffling to me.
It's not hard for our guests to talk about sex.
No,
not one of them. Not even one.
Not even one. But that's because that's what they do for a living.
Yeah.
And so, but I think there's something to be learned from that, actually. I think that people who do this for a living have a completely different mindset about sex. They just look at it differently.
I think they also have... they are living a freer existence.
Absolutely. That somebody actually said that to me. They're like, well, would you have a problem if your child was in porn?
Who said that?
Somebody I was
talking.
talking.
know people that talk like that?
Yeah.
Would you have a problem?
I know. I'm trying to.
Dude,
I'm slowly weeding the garden out. But yeah, I said, I got to be honest with you. It would really depend on the circumstance. If it was like somebody like Johnny who jumped through all the hoops, went to college, did all that, got out, and was like, you know what? This is not the life that I signed up for. I'm like hypersexual. I like to have sex. It's not super, meaningful to me to have sex with random strangers. I don't care. So why not? Like, he's safe. He's smart. He said himself, he doesn't do drugs. He doesn't party like a crazy person.
Right.
If I had a child who was paying their own bills and taking care of themselves and was a good human being,
right,
and they fucked people for a living, I would be like, look, just please be careful.
Well, the paradigm is that we're all sort of stuck in this whole thing where we still think in a certain box, and that box is continue to transform through the 60s and the 70s and even today. But people are still entrenched in that because it's so different and so wild from the norm, that baseline, that they want to just go, I'm sure that's fine and everything else. But
no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's what you that which you do not understand, you fear. Okay.
Right.
So in that which you fear, you judge.
But the irony is that the people that are fearing are still watching a fuckload of porn.
Well, of course they are, but think about that whole mentality. And this is what I have so many things that I want to say. So one of the things you said was about this whole idea of like thinking outside of the box and being kind of more of a free thinker, and that people who are in that lifestyle have to be people who are like that. And for me, I find that I keep
because I'm only thinking as a Westerner. We're
right.
not even talking about this time in the world. We're talking about just as a Westerner in the United States right now.
Yes.
And people in other countries 50 years ago were doing things.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
We are very repressed. We have a very, Victorian kind of culture that comes from the English people, and we are extremely repressed. And so, but not just about sex, about so many things. And so, that I've gone through this thing over the last couple of years where I've just sort of started seeing things differently and looking at things differently. But I keep finding ways that I've been programmed that I didn't realize still. I mean, that I'll suddenly realize, wait, I have a choice about that? Mm-hmm. I have a choice? I don't have to do it this way? It still keeps happening. And so I don't know how long it'll be before I am able to like shed myself of all of those things. It might take a little while. That's okay.
Well, they have a saying of the dojo, it takes 1,000 times to learn something and 10,000 times to unlearn it. So that the habitual, that rote doing things and muscle memory has to be unlearned, plus the understanding that you're doing something.
Well, and think about when they talk about in, I think it was in the 4 agreements at the beginning. Now, I will say I admittedly skimmed through some of the ridiculousness at the beginning with the Toltec Indians and whatever. Okay,
the smoky mirror.
Yeah. But there was something in there though about how, like, the person you are or the kind of person you are is established like before you can even talk, because of all the stuff that's taught to you and programmed to you from the minute you emerge from the womb. And so to unlearn something that you basically were born knowing is difficult. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, it just like if we Paris Hilton, she lives in a paradigm that's completely, totally disconnected from the whole rest of the world.
Okay.
So we get to see her in this weird light, but then the rest of the world sort of views the Americans in that weird light.
Right. They think we're idiots.
We are idiots.
Oh, we absolutely are idiots. Have you ever seen Despicable Me? The animated movie?
No.
Okay, you should watch it. It's hilarious.
I can't get into the animated stuff.
I'm telling you, Despicable Me, I think, is one of the funniest animated movies ever. So it's fucking Steve Carell.
It's not that.
It's hilarious.
It's not that. I know it's going to be funny. I know it's going to be hilarious. It's the fact that I just don't watch like cartoons.
Okay,
I just don't watch them.
You should.
I know I should.
You're missing out.
I've never seen an episode of South Park.
I mean,
Is
that's
that
really hard for me to believe.
never seen one. It never appealed to me. It was so.
I feel right now the way you must have felt when you found out I hadn't seen The Big Lebowski.
Really?
Yeah, like
you're
I don't
shocked?
even know how you could have the sense of humor that you have, and be the person that you are, and not have ever watched South Park.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
I am a Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
We are a bit different.
In what way?
We don't seem to gravitate towards the stuff that everyone else likes to do.
Okay.
So even if it's cool, we're just sort of like, meh, catch it on the flip side. And then I miss the whole thing. So I've never watched South Park.
Okay.
It's just not my thing.
All right, it's not your thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Cat, what's his name? Cat Williams. Don't get it.
Cat Williams? Who's Cat Williams?
The comedian. With a crazy fucking,
I don't know who that is.
he looks like a pimp. He looks like Count Dracula meets a pimp.
Yes,
Count Dracula, yeah. The Count is technically a pimp.
All right, wait, what were we talking about? We weren't talking about him.
We were talking about something else.
The whole thinking outside of the box thing. So anyway, but I think sex falls into that category of having to unprogram yourself to stop thinking about sex the way that you've been programmed to think about sex.
So what do you do when you're with somebody who's programmed and you're unprogrammed? You're unplugged from the matrix and they're still in the matrix. Is that possible?
To be with them, like just to be friends with them, to share space with them?
No, like to be in like a relationship with them.
No, I think that is difficult. I think that would be very difficult. David's definitely pretty unplugged. I mean, we see things differently, but he's been unplugged for a long time.
He's been unplugged from the matrix.
Yeah. I mean,
the sexual matrix. Is there a sexual matrix?
I mean, I'm talking about all the matrices, the sexual matrix, the social matrix.
Did you say matrices or matrix I?
It's matrices.
Matrices.
No, matrices. No
matrices.
Matrices.
Matrices. Okay, got it. And you just learned a new word at home.
And
Fuck, this
and
is
we
a
didn't
good
even
podcast.
make it up. We didn't make that word
Holy
up.
shit, this podcast did everything you needed. It needed some cucumber.
Deep thoughts.
Limon pepino.
You still have that? Ugh, God, it's disgusting. Absolutely
Nectar
disgusting.
of the gods.
What? They're going to send us pictures.
What, like naughty pictures?
I don't know. And they are posting about us right now. They want to know our Twitter. Okay, hold on. I just want to say one more time.
She's very cool. We're big fans already.
Are even better than I hoped.
And tell them we'll edit all of our uhs and does and ums and ahs out.
You'll definitely hear from us again. Yeah, we'll check in with them when they're in Hawaii for sure.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
All right.
That's like a really, really cool move.
What's that?
To move to Hawaii.
Oh my God. Let me tell you something. If you went to Hawaii, Damien, you would never ever come back.
I watched Lost. I'm like, how could anyone not live there? Probably because it's so expensive.
It's beyond expensive. Yeah. We went there on our honeymoon for 2 weeks. And
did you see like every single island?
We didn't. We flew into Maui and we went to Kauai and we went to Kauai.
There's certain islands that's just like our island, Maui, all that plus
Kauai,
everything else.
No. The islands are different. They're totally different. Like when we were in Honolulu, which is on the Big Island, it's just like a big city with a lot of tourists in it.
Right.
And it's got beautiful scenery and mountains and whatever. But then when you go to Maui, which is just a lot less commercialized, it's all tourists, it's all hotels and whatever. I don't know, it just feels different. But it's the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah, without question. But I'm saying, is there one place where you're like, well, we don't go to that island because there's really nothing there, plus what everything else has? Or is it every island gets so distinct?
Every island, I think, is very distinct. I've only been to, I think 3 of them. Maui.
I mean, Hawaii. It's definitely on the list of things I'd like to do.
Yeah, but, it's expensive as shit.
I've never made my way out there. My friend Jason from high school used to live there. He was like a topographer or something. But he's he's even back on the mainland. I think the whole not having your kids with you is an issue. Kids by meaning my furry friends.
Okay, they're taking their dogs. You could take your dogs.
I know. I'm saying the whole quarantine thing of having to go through basically,
What was that about? Yeah, explain that.
Well, so every single animal in the Hawaiian Islands is accounted for. They know every single living creature.
But why is that just in Hawaii?
It's something to do with just keeping, the ecosystem correct, that things don't get out of balance because they know.
Seriously?
I'm not kidding with you. So if you're moving there and you want to bring your dogs and cats, I don't think it's an issue. It's not a problem. You'll get them in, but there's a process that they have to sort of like legally, immigrate them into Hawaii, and that just sounds like a total pain in the ass.
Oh wait, I have to send her. All right, wait.
So that I have 3 dogs,
You do have 3 dogs. All right, Radio After Dark. Hold on.
It's okay. You want to wrap it up, or you have anything else to say?
I always have something to say, but I'm fine. radioafterdark@gmail.com.
Well, you can follow us on Twitter at underscore Radio After Dark, and Instagram Jackie Tease, JACKYTEASE. Catch us on iTunes, and you can download the audio or video. The audio is the uncut version, and the video is the more ADD fucking friendly type. Does that help you?
Sorry.
It's a commercial for you. And if you want some irreverent t-shirts, go on the website and find yourself something that you can send to a friend. Like porn, it's cheaper than having a girlfriend and a guy holding out a thing of tissue for you. Here you go.
Lovely.
Sir, you can save tons of money. You can go to sittingatlife.com and catch Johnny and Kissa Sins doing their thing on a membership.
Yes.
And that's way cheaper. That's like, what? That's like, what, half a date? It's half a date for 1 month. Something like that. Yeah. It's pretty good numbers,
romantic.
Dude. Pretty good numbers.
So romantic.
You guys know how to take care of yourself out there. There's be some, if you find a girl that like Kissa, you got it. But there are a lot of situations out there that aren't worth doing. Just be by yourself. I'm telling you. It's just my PSA for this podcast.
I'm saying nothing. I'm just going to let you keep going. You want to keep going?
No, I'm talking in generalities. I'm not talking about myself personally. You should not be aggravated in your life by your partner much, if not ever. So if you can find somebody that totally doesn't tick you off.
Somebody that doesn't piss you off
that's
ever.
somebody you can get into a relationship with.
That's something you can get behind, not pissing you off.
If that person gets you in the red so quick and so heated, that's probably not a good person for you.
No, actually, that's a sign of passion.
That's passion, but passion could also be a double murder suicide. You find yourself in the paper tomorrow.
No, listen, but that thing's going on my
the
line
face.
Into psycho.
That thing's going on my face.
That's where passion crosses the line into psychotic, and they are not the same thing.
Give me the jizz.
I'm just
sorry, Louis C.K. moment. Give me the jizz.
Stop, please stop. I hate that word.
Yeah, but it's funny though. It's funny.
It is funny, but I don't know what it is about that word, but I don't like it.
Cinnabon. He says, "No way, that's not hot cum. There's no way." He's no. Do not buy these. They're very, very bad.
I will never be able to eat them again, ever. And that's one of my favorite things in the world. I will never touch one ever now. We were actually discussing that consistency just the other day.
Yeah. Well,
it's like the consistency of snot. And that's what the Cinnabon icing is like. And
you just killed it for me. You know what killed
for
me?
You're not the one that has to do anything. Oh, please don't get me started. For you.
What is this? Another go for it, hater fest? Just go at it. You're single and you can do whatever you want on a Tuesday.
No,
okay.
I'm saying you don't get to give me a hard time about when I talk about what jizz tastes like because you're not the one that has to taste it.
Are you finished with Breaking Bad? Is the question. That's the real question.
Oh, but you know what I did today?
You're close though.
I'm a terrible wife. So we watched the other night. We watched 3 episodes and then we had just the season finale left of season 4. So there's 2 seasons after that. And it's like
not. There's one.
Oh, just one. Oh, I'm sorry. There's only one season after that.
I want to make sure you're prepared because it's going to be a drop off on your life.
I know. So
you might feel some semblance of depression.
Okay.
Depressive feelings.
It's really sad because I look forward to watching it so much.
And that you just didn't. That you're not back at that time before you had watched it.
Listen to me. I love watching it. It's like the only thing I look for at night. That's the one. And I've told you this sometimes when I have to pick between sex and TV because there's not time for both because I got to go to bed. Sometimes Breaking Bad wins because it's just that good.
But there's probably a 3rd season of Orange is the New Black sometime soon.
There better be.
It's got to be.
I'm reading the book.
The book.
There's a book. Yes.
I didn't know there was.
It was a book before it was a television show. I know you don't read much, but it is.
Thanks to audiobooks. Audible. Not going to mention it.com.
It's not. It's just not necessary. Why bother reading?
No, it's a different form of.
It's like the Cliff Notes on life.
No, it's some people get drowsy when they read. It's a medical condition.
Really?
It's at the beginning of the porn reels when they say don't try these things.
Did you see that, by the way?
I looked for it.
I tried to find it. I
went back and looked for it. I was going to put it on the podcast. It's not going to make it.
I can't find it. I tried. I searched and searched for it, and I can't find it.
I even went on Sugar DVD.
But have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen it. That's why I wanted to. I didn't want to paraphrase.
There's a new warning when you turn on your porn, people. If you didn't steal it, it says
if you watch the credits
at the very beginning. No,
digital format and DVDs. Why would you?
Right. So no, but at the very beginning, there's like a black screen that comes up and it says.
But somebody made that porn. Somebody's proud of that production.
The scenes depicted in this film may be dangerous and harmful to your health.
Sure.
Do not try these at home. Something like that.
Right. Don't try triple anal at home.
Exactly. I think even double anal, I still can't quite rock my head around. But anyway, yeah, no, I just...
Well, just logistically, it seems very difficult.
You have to be really, really comfortable being close to another man.
Really, really relaxed. You know?
Well, I'm talking about the guys. The guys have to be
I'm talking about the guys, too. You got to be relaxed.
No, that girl better be relaxed, too.
She'll be made to be relaxed.
Like, all I could think about when I was watching that, honestly, this is
no, you totally saw it. You're covering your face.
No, another part that no, covering the face was the guy with the giant dick. Watching her with the double anal, all like I'm thinking about, oh, just wait till she has kids. Oh my God. Oh, she's going to be so sorry she did that.
Because of the stigma.
No, God, no. I'm not even going to. It's just because of what it does to your body. No.
Oh, yeah. No. I know. I've heard some things.
Yeah, that's wow. I just think that stretching that region of your body out that much just seems unnecessary to me.
It's a weird body modification.
Double to me just seems like you've just gone like
I'm telling you,
straight to Crazy Town.
Before the end of our lives, someone will have done triple anal.
I'm sure somebody already has.
No.
Some of these people
They're probably still working on that technology.
I'm telling you, I found a couple memes that are so funny, and I don't really know what to do with them. We should probably save them for the podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know.
save them.
But
you know the content they can get.
Yeah, but one of them is that. Oh God, what's his name? The Star Trek guy, and he's in all those memes where he's doing this.
Oh, he's like, Captain Picard. Why the fuck?
He's like, why the fuck would anybody want to gape? And I'm like, exactly. Why does anybody like that?
You have to sing it with Patrick Stewart doing it. Why the fuck? That's how you have to do it like that.
Every time I see that now, that's what I think about is why the fuck would anybody want to gape? It's just I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Same thing with the whole fucking being those people with the keep calm but shine on with the what are the people? Fucking people. The damn chive. Chive on.
The chive on. I still don't know what the hell the chive is.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what it is still.
I think it's like you're a fucking caricature of a fucking character, and you just know you're stupid, and you're still going with the crowd and being like it's totally stupid person. Daft.
What is daft? I just don't get the chive. Is it like a?
You're like
satirical?
You're like a corny. You're a corny caricature of like something from a movie, but you're embracing it. You're okay with it.
That's what the chive is?
Chive on. But I'm fucking gonna like own it.
Okay, so it's like for douchebags?
Yeah, it's basically a general,
for douchebags, just general
as we would say, douche fucks.
Yeah, there's just general douchey shenanigans and
douchery
douchery happening there.
Right.
All right, so anything else?
Douchey shenanigans. No, I was trying to think if there was something specific that I wanted to talk about, but there really isn't. We've devolved into this kind of thing where we're just like, we're talking about porn. That's our job now.
Do you think that's devolved?
No, well, devolved in the sense that it's very limited into where we're at now. So before we would start talking about all these esoteric things and go on and on and on about it. And then be like, well, what the fuck's the podcast about? Well, we touch on a lot of things, and if we hashtagged it, it'd probably be really a lot. And I'm like, but do we know what the fuck we're talking about?
No.
Now it's like we're talking about specific.
Now you're unhappy?
No, I'm saying that it's
too limiting.
No. I'm not complaining.
No, you're never complaining.
I am saying that we've kind of simplified.
No, but I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's good.
We can still sit here and talk.
We're still talking about stuff.
Yeah. And I think, you know what? I really do think that it's, I do think it's relevant. I really do. I think just the whole idea of people who don't fit in to the standard, to the norm, to what's expected of what's prescribed. And it's like when we interviewed Foxy. Mm-hmm. Same thing. She is just, she's awesome. I love following her. If you're not following her, you should Foxy Roulette, but now she's Ashley Skelly because of this whole bullshit with Facebook and your name and whatever, which is a discussion for another day.
I sort of know what it is, but I don't even really know.
Do you want me to tell you?
No. I kind of know.
Okay, so basically, anyway, so you can look it up about Facebook and the controversy behind them making people use their real names. So anyway, I
haven't been forced to use that yet.
Not yet, but if they made Ashley Roulette change hers, I mean, that surprised me. It really did.
That's stupid.
It's very stupid. And so, my friend Dane that I met at kink.com that I used to be Facebook friends with, he got off a while ago because this started a few months ago. And they started by targeting mostly people with these, weird sounding, not real names. A lot of them are drag queens. A lot of them are people who are male living as female or female living as male or whatever. And that for some people, that's their identity. And Facebook was like, no, you have to use your legal name, which is bullshit. It's
their way or the highway.
No, I know. And so that's why
who gets to have the right to go back to a free service and say, we don't like the way you're running your free stuff.
This is true. But I also think that the whole, I understand why they're trying to protect people. It's all about bullying and how if you can hide behind a false identity, then you are able to anonymously harass people. And so they want people to use their real names.
But it's called the internet.
Yes, agreed. But you're saying, how do you complain about this free service? Well, that's my complaint, is that I just
my question more so would be to the Facebook folks is to what end is this really? Is it really, or is it more about you controlling, and keeping things? You can't create more than one account if you're not a real person, right? So there's bandwidth things there,
Maybe.
There's using their, because there is a ton of, you can buy, we've looked at those articles, you can buy Facebook friends, you can buy people that are not even real people. They just give you like a bunch of followers. Yeah. And you get at some point, you got to keep it honest. So maybe Facebook's trying to do a real good thing, but they're just coming out shitty, or maybe it's just more.
Well,
Big
but
Brother.
It's discriminatory, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Right,
it's discriminatory
because you
tell somebody that's
because you
not
may
your
have
name.
changed yourself from that person. You don't want to legally have to go
exactly.
Yeah.
So I just think it's bullshit. So anyway, but when she came on and she talked about art and what she does, and now that I follow her, on Facebook and Instagram. And see her posts. I mean, she really embraces the artist, and kind of she calls herself a gypsy, that she feels like she is, and has made a life where she is surrounded by people who share the same passion and the same values and ideals that she does. And I think the adult industry is the same way. It's a bunch of people who feel like we're the only ones who understand each other.
Right.
You know, because
I wonder if Johnny and Kissa call each other that.
What?
At home.
Johnny and Kissa?
Yeah. Do you think she's like Johnny, or do you think she's like what his real name is?
Ralph or whatever. I don't know what his real name is.
I looked it up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't remember.
What about her?
No, I didn't hers. I don't think she's.
I think he has a Wikipedia page.
He's Wikipedia. She doesn't. I think we could start a Wikipedia for Jackie T's if we wanted to. We just have to maintain it.
Okay. And what would it say?
It'd say visionaries. Almost borderline time traveling podcasters.
Yeah, I mean, are we going back because we're ahead of our order?
So
which way are we going?
Completely stupefied by their own hilarity.
I don't think I'm as stupefied by my hilarity as you are by your own.
No, I'm saying like we're like legends in our own mind or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
Yeah, well, fuck all you people. Fuck all you non-getters.
Well, you know, I actually wrote something to you about that.
What?
But you didn't read it because you're lazy.
That's not true.
It is
I have
true.
a propensity to be lazy. I'm not a lazy individual.
Okay. Because you were being lazy.
Being lazy.
And I'm the same way. I have a propensity towards laziness, but I am not a lazy person. It's not the same thing.
Right.
And only you and I understand.
Let's just make that distinction right now for everyone. We're not being lazy, but we could be lazy given the right circumstances with the right amount.
Do you know what the right circumstances were for me to be super duper extra lazy?
Oh, I'm sure.
Not having a job.
Oh yeah.
Super.
Which is weird because
duper lazy.
That would be when you would really be hoping to get the most done in your life.
I mean,
like the garage is finally going to be organized.
Being the stay-at-home mom, forget it. Giving me that much free time is just forget it. I have to have a deadline. I got to know that something has to be done soon, and then I can work with it. But you know, when it's Monday at 9:30 and your kids are all at school, and you're like, well, I could go back to sleep, or I could do laundry. You go, well, I could do laundry later. I'll get up in time to do some laundry. No, never do I get up in time to do the laundry.
The old I'm going to get up earlier trick and get everything done.
I wake up
in the darkness when no one's up.
Yes,
oh yeah,
right. I get up at 1 o'clock and have to race to pick a kid up in like my pajamas and my flip flops and whatever because I like barely got out of bed in time. So the next day it's okay. I could clean the house or I could go have lunch with these friends that asked me to go have lunch with them. Well, I'll go have lunch. And I'm going to have lunch. I'll just go to the gym.
You gotta eat.
I'm gonna go to the gym because I don't really have time to clean now. So I'm gonna go to the gym, take a shower. I better start now. It was awful, and then it would be Friday, and I would be like, "Fuck, I didn't get anything done."
Yeah, that's basically you just described my life without the kid part.
Yeah, and so I have to have structure, and that's why I went. Part of the reason why I went back to work was partly for the money, but partly because I just needed somewhere that I was responsible for showing up to.
Right.
Every day.
And you need money.
And the money, right. Exactly. And now, I'm over it.
All right. Well, it's 10:30. You need to get home and get some rest.
I didn't even look at the time.
Yeah. So we'll see you next time, fucko.
Fuck you, fucko.
No, fucko.
No, it really does. It has to do with the gravitational pull of the Earth. And
so if you're below the equator, the toilets go different.
Yeah, for real.
So their water goes counterclockwise. Wait.
Ours goes clockwise. Theirs goes counter.
Are you sure?
Do I need to Google that shit?
No, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, but now
just like a challenge. Like
wait, no, but
I challenge you. Google it. All right, here's fucking bowl me a beer.
No, listen, I have to tell you
like that.
I keep getting locked out of my phone because I changed the password because there's a bunch of shit on here I don't want my kids to see. And so I changed the password, but I keep forgetting that I changed the password. And so
why would you have to keep changing the password? Are they highly intelligent children that learn?
They know my password.
But they continue to learn the new passwords?
Yes, usually because I tell them.
Oh, like, hey, go in my phone and get my...
Like, if you want to send daddy a text for me. Grab my phone.
Because it's too hard to do for you. You're like...
Well, because I might be busy. I might be busy.
The code is Jabberwocky. They're like,
shut up.
Mom, how do you spell Jabberwocky?
Well...
Why do we keep using that? I don't even know what that's from. I know it's
Jabberwocky?
Older
it's
reference.
Star Wars. Isn't it?
No.
I thought that was like a monster
I thought it was
thing
something to do with Olivia Newton-John.
Okay, no, now I have to know. Now I have to Google it.
All right.
Now I have to know.
Go for it.
This
is a pre Johnny and Kissa Sins warm-up podcast. All the interesting stuff, all the answers to all the questions you've had all week, including where does Jabberwocky come from?
Jabberwocky.
Jabra.
Oh, it's a poem. It's a poem. It's a poem by Lewis Carroll, I think. We're about to find out. Yes, I knew that. By Lewis Carroll. That's what it is. Do you know who Lewis Carroll is?
Enlighten me.
Lewis Carroll wrote Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass.
Oh, okay.
So he was an interesting dude.
Catching up on Lost again.
Is that the one where he dies behind the window in the submarine?
Oh, we just analyzed that. We just broke that down. There's no reason why why he couldn't swim out the little window,
right?
Or he just said, "Hey, Diz, let's go," and jump in the water, and both of them fucking swim up. That was stupid
to me.
And you know what?
No
fucking
sense.
beyond spoiler
Tragic
report.
loss.
If you're here listening to this and
you
you're going, "What happened with Lost?"
You should turn it off.
It's ancient.
But when Charlie died, that was like gut wrenching. And when he wrote the thing on his hand. I don't even remember what the fuck it said.
Not Penny's boat.
Yes!
And put the lime in the coconut. What does that mean exactly?
Emoticons are like that.
What does that mean exactly, though? Put the lime in the coconut. Inside of the coconut? The Human Torch ran out of butane. The Human Torch ran out of butane. Yeah, so Michelangelo had like a meditative, a super DMT-esque experience on dabs.
Okay.
And did not tell me it was his first time, so I gave him like a nice size.
Oh, he was with you? You did it too? Okay.
And I said, you want to do a dab? And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, cool. So I I met a nice, friendship dab, not like beginner, like, hey, try it out and see what you think. Get back to me. So, he went to...
gave him like a half a gram.
No. But he went to another dimension and started doing like Kwai-Kong yoga in my bedroom. It was interesting.
Was he freaked out by it?
He was a little, because he didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
He didn't expect it. I said, what are we usually doing in percentage?
Listen,
he said, usually, people are doing like, I don't know, I said anywhere between 23 and 27 maybe.
Yeah, I read 18 to 24% THC in flower, and it's like anywhere from 60 to 80 in concentrates. I mean, it's like you do the fucking math. So I was like,
dude, you just got dropped into another dimension.
Yeah. I can totally see how that could happen, though. With dabs.
Yeah.
Which again brings me back to the statement that I've made several times, which is I don't understand how there are so many people dabbed out in like places where it's legal, just walking around, living their lives, dabbing out all day. I don't get it.
I think there's a certain amount of practice involved in it too, because at first I was sort of just like walking around like, I can't believe how high I am, and like if other people can tell. And then it got to a point where I was like, well, I can't keep doing that because it's not really a good use of the resources.
Well, I personally was extremely entertained by you dabbed out at my house that night. That was a lot of fun for me. Yeah. I kind of wished that I'd had a camera set up somewhere.
But I don't understand the reasoning for needing the rig, because I just run it out of a regular deal.
I'm going to find the thing that I read online, because I read a ton of shit, and I read something that basically said that you absolutely should not use the same rig for smoking concentrates that you use to smoke just herb or flower, whatever you call it.
And is that because of trying to retrieve the
I think it was something
extra stuff?
It was about the way it changes the taste of both things, that you're like messing up the...
you know what? Props to Jada for getting into the taste of everything.
She's like a sommelier of concentrates.
Yeah, and that's great. It's a very smokable weed. But I just got to tell you right now, at taste, I'm sure I don't want it to taste bad, but
of course not.
I don't really particularly like the taste. The taste, I think,
depends on the pot.
It makes me. No, I'm talking about the shatter. Yeah, I think
that doesn't bother me.
No, the taste that I get from it, I feel is kind of like puts me right on the edge of being queasy for a second.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I really wouldn't want to do that. Like, that's the other thing I said to him. I said, cause he said, wow, this is crazy. I'm never doing this again. But that was awesome.
tuning in to Radio After Dark. Check us out at JackieTees.com for irreverent t-shirts. Follow us on Twitter, _Radio After Dark, and on Instagram, Jackie Tees for the normal shit.
World's best t-shirt site.
We'll see you next time.
all of a sudden I looked around and I was wearing these shoes and I was like, oh my God, like I can see. Like I can
Because
see
you were in
over
high heels.
people's heads.
Yeah.
Like all the way over there. I had no idea what I'd been missing.
Did you see Pink?
I did see Pink.
Okay. Was she good?
That was actually one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah, because she
Does
does.
she do like acrobatics and?
Yeah, she does aerial acrobatics through almost the whole show, but she
Does
sings.
she fuck little people? No. What happens with that? Is there any little people in her show?
No, but I did find some
I'm
little
using
people
the
porn the other day.
preferred nomenclature.
I did find little people porn the other day. The
Oh,
preferred
did you?
nomenclature.
Did you see Chewy Bravo?
The preferred nomenclature.
Yes.
Now I understand that reference.
Yeah.
I get your reference, and I'll raise you a reference. And I are conspiring to drag you to New Orleans.
Yeah, but you were talking about you wanted to go before Jazz Fest.
Yeah, I can't. We can't. It's too
I thought
expensive.
you had a free place to stay.
We did. Now we don't.
And then it changed.
We did. No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
You can still go if it's not free, though, Slim.
No, I understand that, but you know.
They were just as awesome as I thought they would be.
What a fun couple.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
I want them to be my new couple friends.
Your new couple friends.
I want to be like, let's go
Wouldn't
to the
that be crazy if
movies.
you got selected for that thing, though?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
that would be pretty nuts. I don't think it's going to happen, but
Well, you know.
you never
can
know.
dream.
A girl can dream.
But we have coming up later in the month, we've got Cindy Starfall.
I can't wait
I
to
wanted
talk to her.
Skyfall, like the fucking 007 movies. Cindy Starfall. We're gonna have to tailor the questions in a certain way that keeps things very interactive.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of questions, but I think those answers are going to be very frank.
Versus.
Just sort of. Sometimes people are sort of searching for things to say, and I think she's just going to blurt out exactly what the deal is because she's from another country. And then there's no guile found in their mouths. Maybe. I don't know. We'll
All right.
see.
And I think we also might be talking to Holly Hart.
Holly Hart.
Who
yes.
I saw a very interesting scene with Holly Hart that I'm very interested in discussing with her with a transvestite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very
that sounds
interesting.
very salacious.
It was interesting.
Really good, fun
Well,
podcast.
wait, stop. Do you know what I want? I want to talk to Bonnie and I want her boyfriend to come on because he is
who's her
very
boyfriend?
Interesting. His name is Didnt. He was in the adult industry at one point, not as an actor, but I think he either had a website or something, a philanthropist and an activist for lupus. His mom died of lupus in 2010. And he is like this, like very well connected, all these parties with all these celebrities and gets all these really big. Passion crosses the line into psychotic and they are not the same thing.
Give me the jizz.
I'm just...
Sorry, Louis C.K. moment. Give me the jizz. Give me the jizz.
Stop. Please stop. I hate that word.
Yeah, but it's funny though. It's funny.
It is funny, but I don't know what it is about that word, but I don't like it.
Cinnabon. He says, "No way, that's not hot. Tom. There's no way. You're single and you can do whatever you want on a Tuesday."
No,
okay.
I'm saying you don't get to give me a hard time about when I talk about what jizz tastes like because you're not the one that has to taste
Are
it.
you matter what you?
Big A-list people involved in raising money for lupus and supports other people's causes, and it's really interesting. I mean, she's, a hardcore porn star, and he's a philanthropist, and it's just interesting. And they have a very cute little lovey relationship that they put on Instagram, kind of like Kissa and they're not fucking, but like Kissa and Johnny do, just very into each other. And don't you follow her on Instagram?
Oh, the official Bonnie.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know about
pictures.
I didn't know about the boyfriend.
Well, then you're not paying attention to the pictures because he's in like
Well,
every other picture.
I pay attention to the pictures. I mean, it's your. I mean,
You pay attention to the half naked pictures, not the ones of her with the boyfriend talking about Valentine's Day.
no, because I know about Remy's boyfriend. I met him.
Oh, you
That's
did?
the thing, yeah.
What's
He's
he
like
like?
9 feet tall. He's one of the tallest people I've seen in a while.
She's teeny.
Yeah, she's like 5'1", 2",
and he's
like
a giant. He's gargantuan.
He's literally the tallest person at that whole thing.
And we went to see Pink at Phillips, and we were on the club level, and I was standing in line to get a drink, and